Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 233, Series 2, Alice in Wonderland, Matt Harris Tea Party. We're going to book of the classic. So let's read it now, shall we? So we got for us. Alice in Wonderland, Matt Harris Tea Party. This is written by, told by Jane Warner. Illustrated by the Walt Disney Studio, adapted by Richmond I. Kesley and Don Griff from the motion picture Alice in Wonderland 1951 movie. Based on a story by Lewis Carroll. Seen here. This is a 1951 classic, and you see Alice's behind, especially Matt Harris and March Harris' butt. You know? Just joking. Anyways, moving on. Next. Anywho, I can't turn to the page. Anyway, it won't let me. Hang on. There we go. It was copyrighted 1951, the same year the movie came out. This is a 2016 reissue. Anyway, there was once a Mad Hatter, a puzzler fellow who lived in a strange little house in the woods of Wonderland. Kind of reminds me of what you saw in the Alice's Wonderland Bakery series, which I have seen on Disney Plus. It was amazing, but it's much better than the Little Einstein series. It's boring as hell. That's just me, of course. Anyways, next page. Anyway, nearby there was a friend of his named the Marcher. One day, the Marcher heard through the wild grapevine, of course, there was a Mad Harris birthday. Wow. So he baked and frosted a great birthday cake. Then down the woodland path he went, singing as he skipped along. Wow. The very merriest birthday to you. The very merriest birthday to you. I was saying that and skipping along by Dolly thing for Barney difference. So and Ed Wynn and Jerry Cantilla has some funny humor. It kind of reminds me of the whole Catherine Beaumont difference. Next page. Anyway. There's missing one more. Anyway, the Mad Hatter was delighted. Wow. He called his friend the Dormouse, a sleepy little soul, as what a jolly time they all did have. Okay? They decided a birthday party was the best event of all possible fun. That makes more sense in any way, but the live action movie does not. So there you go on that. And it makes sense to me because it's my childhood growing up. And I grew up with this ever since. Next page. Anyway. The next day, the Mad Hatter kept thinking of that party with the jolly songs they sang. He did with the wish they could have another party. And March Hare was thinking about it as well. How he longed for another piece of birthday cake. Wow. And the sleepy Dormouse wished for another cup of tea. Makes sense. But it's nobody's birthday that day. The matter had just as this. The March Hares, that was months away. And Dormouse had been so sleepy when his mother told him about his birthday that he could remember it at all. Oh, me? Said the March Hare. No, but on birthdays, as far as I can see, it really isn't fair. Only one birthday a year, and 364 on birthdays. Makes sense. 364 on birthdays, quite a Mad Hatter. Well, fine, splendid. Let's celebrate those. It could make sense by the time we celebrate the on birthdays when it comes to these Mad Hatter tea parties, Even though it makes sense in a way. You celebrate on birthday, and you celebrate a birthday, and that's a total of 365 birthdays together. You know, that's just me. Next page. Anyway. So they did. Every time they had an birthday party, makes sense to me. It will kind of reminds me, you know, back in the old days, we had a birthday party and instead of having a real birthday party, and real birthday instead of a real birthday. There was a summer days in my life, but this it was unusual. You know, Matt Hatter's birthday is different from Matt March Hare's. You know, it wouldn't have been the same without these two goofy guys. You know, kind of different. Would you fake? Okay, next page. Anyway, every day they set up the table and hung up the decorations, had birthday cake and tea. Jesus. Are they gonna be full about this? Anyway, and after all the party, they cleared up everything away, but they soon got tiresome. So they got a long table underneath the trees. They put chairs all around, cups and plates and pots of tea. After that, they never cleared anything away. Whenever there's things that got messy, explaining to the party, well, the Mad Hatter would call out, move down, move down. And the March Hare would call out, clean cups, and away they would move to put new places at the table. Now, early this year, I have seen Alice's Wonderland Bakery, and this does kind of remind me of that show. And I was really amazed by the time you saw the show itself. And it was amazing. And you saw kids playing Alice, the White Rabbit, Hatter, and this, I don't know who, the Queen of Hearts, and this, the daughter of the Queen of Hearts difference, you know. And as you can see that, whoever drew the Queen of Hearts looked spectacular than it was in the villainous side in the 1951 movie, you know? Because back then, it used to be mean. Now, when you draw that, it was all good inside. Saying that's racist. I'm not going to be raising this one, but that's just me. Next page. Anyway. So the birthday party went on, and everybody happily sang, Merry, Merry on birthday to you, a Merry, Merry birthday to you. So they have been done that, and they do it over and over again, until one day, they done it. Next page. Anyway, and this is 1951, by the way. All that movie gonna be too much for Sleepy Dormouse, since he was fond of tea. He chose himself a teapot, climb in and stay. Now and then, he would open the Dorothy eye and join a bit of fun. One day, a little girl named Alice wandered into Wonderland. She soon heard singing and hurried along through the trees to see what's going on. You know something, Alice? I think you're right about this. You know, I wanted to do I did a Jeff Crick review about this, which no longer exists. But I came up with the idea of doing this as boring jokes in a way, but that never happened. I will do it next year or 2 years from now. That was just me. So yeah, that'll be a celebration of, let's say, anniversary of plans in the works for a Jeff Crick review I did back in 2016. So there you go. And next page. Anyway. Wow. And through the Mad Hatter's gate she stepped. Alice saw the colored lanterns hanging from the trees, and the cakes upon the table, and she heard the jolly song. And Merry, Merry birthday to you, to who? Yeah, that kind of difference when you saw in the movie. And then the Mad Hatter saw her No room, he cried. What are you doing here? Man, if you're gonna clap your hands like that in the movie, you don't have to say no room, no, what are you doing here difference. You know, Catherine Bowman was great as Alice. She had a great job doing this. And the actress who played Alice in Alice's Wonderland Bakery, she also did a great job. You know. And Fergie, White Rabbit, the actor who played him, did a great job. We have a few more pages left. Anyway, while this can be seen, you see lots of room, Alice said. I heard singing, it sounds so delightful. It did. Climbing at her, what a charming child. Come in, my dear. Sit down. Whose birthday is it? Alice asked as she sat in an empty chair. No one's. It's a birthday party, they said and explained. Why, it's not on my birthday, too. Well, that's fine, Alice. Anyway, very merry birthday to you, saying the hair and March hair. Won't you have some tea? They asked. Yes, thank you. Alice said, just have a cup, please. The Mayor snatched up a carving knife, and he had cut up the tea in two. Mayor, just stop it, please. Thank you. Yeah. And Alice. Said Alice. I wish Dinah were here to see this. And who's Dinah? Marchers asked. Dinah's my cat, as Alice said. You know, if you saw Alice's Wonderland Bakery, Dinah was here for you, Alice. You know, that's just me. And if you're kind of remind me of this, Dinah was here for you. So there you go, Alice. In the 2022 series, I have seen much more respect for you, Alice. You know, in the 2022 series, saying for Dinah saying meow. You know, we got 3 more pages left to go. Cat, quiet, horrid voice, and the dormouse and the sound of that dreaded word pop out of this teapot up in the air. Jesus. Then for 4 hours, a sip of tea, the March hair, push her and cry up, move down, clean cups. Jesus, this is the silliest party I've ever seen, said Alice. She walked out of the gate and off through the woods. No one seemed to notice what she had left. You know, I have to agree with Alice. Is that what you're going to think about? Silly is not the answer. You know, that was Catherine Bowman's favorite scenes she have ever done in the movie. You know, makes sense there, am I right? You know, tell us a story, alright? Then give us the answer. And here's the last page in the book stating that this. Then are to this very day, singing and drinking cups in her birthday party tea. And she wonder if Wonderland, perhaps you would find a little house in the woods, and her voice is singing loud and free. A very merry birthday to you, to who? A merry birthday to me. Is this gonna make sense to you? Silly, goofy, goofballs? We'll just see what happens, you know. Yeah, I make silly voices too, you know. Yeah, I had to make sense, you know. For Alice in Wonderland, that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so that was Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. It was the silliest book I have ever seen. So far, this book was a success. That was the Bedtime Stories episode number 233. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Next one's going to be another Bedtime Story episode on Dr. Seuss book, on the iBook. No, excuse me. I will have to call remix, or if not, then watch Bear and go to bed. Till next time, Sue Joseph Papa So Baby. Get more videos to you guys very soon. Till then, out. See ya.